After 40 years, who remembers the Vietnam War? Who remembers the blood and sweat, the blunders and betrayals? Who wants to know about a war most Americans want to forget? See this, and you will. It's Vietnam, the 10,000-day war.
Right.
Now, over 3,000 people are leaving the capital daily. Embassies begin to empty. American personnel are preparing final evacuation plans. The rich and influential South Vietnamese have already gone. April 23rd, 1975. Communist forces less than 30 miles from Saigon begin an advance on all sides. Hanoi had calculated on a final offensive lasting perhaps 2 years, but only 7 weeks have passed since the offensive began. The battle plan sends 100,000 troops hurtling at Saigon from 5 directions. Their orders are to penetrate and occupy Saigon within a week. The sounds of battle can be heard in the city. Hundreds of thousands seek escape. Many fear they will be executed by the victorious communists. Their only hope is the American embassy and an airlift to the United States. On the same day as the North Vietnamese advance, President Gerald Ford, in a speech in New Orleans, declares, "The war is over."
Today, America can regain the sense of pride that existed before Vietnam. But it cannot be achieved by refighting a war that is finished as far as America is concerned.
Hanoi's divisions race into position. Now there is no fear of American bombers which turned back previous offensives. The communists sweep through the rubber plantations east of Saigon. The South Vietnamese, greatly outnumbered, only briefly resist. Soviet-built amphibious tanks easily bridge the rivers, then roll along the U.S.-built highways leading to the capital. Infantry convoys mop up resistance in villages and outposts. Long-range artillery disables Saigon's main airport. The siege is fully in place. Saigon is encircled. Within the city, 30,000 South Vietnamese troops await orders, but many senior officers have deserted. Saigon has a new government. It appeals for peace talks and a ceasefire. This goes unanswered. Now, 72 hours remain until the end. Saigon's armor attempts to seal off the main highways. Tens of thousands of refugees try to board the last helicopters leaving the city outskirts. But soldiers fleeing the battlefield commandeer the choppers and retreat into the capital. The refugee flood is greatest on the main artery from the east, a 4-lane highway once the pride of American engineers. Civilians and retreating soldiers sweep aside checkpoints in their haste to escape the onrush of battle.